2025, Macomb is one step closer to seeing construction on a new Spoon River College location. Classes have been at the old high school on Washington Street for the past 40 years. The college president says that work on an old retailer building will start early next month. Now, part of it already has an outreach center for the college. The project will put everyone under one roof. Spoon River's president says the Macomb branch needs more space to serve its more than 400 student enrollment.
Nursing and career and technical education courses do not have any more room to grow. And so in order for us to meet the workforce demands in the Macomb and Western Illinois region, we need to expand career and technical education.
Now the goal is to finish the project a year from now. That way, move-in efforts can take place during summer, just in time for the start of fall classes in 2025.